Hello everybody, welcome back, and thank you guys for being here. We played some retail, now we're going to play some Cata, because that is what I want to do today. We need to find the portal back to Hyjal, because apparently I did not set my Hearthstone in Hyjal. Portal to Hyjal... I don't recall. Somebody had portaled us. But now that I think back on it, I don't remember who did it. Oh, you know what? No, this was the portal to Blasted Lands. That's the route there in Village. Borean Tundra. Oh, here we go. Maybe it is over at the Earth Shrine, right? Is that where they put all of them? They just put them all over at the Earth Shrine. That would make sense. Let's go there. It's on the island, yeah. I didn't realize they put all of them there. I thought that was just for, like, the Vashir teleport. But it makes sense they would all be in one place. There we go. That's what we're looking for. While we are doing quests, let's go ahead and we'll put ourselves in the queue. Oh, we can't do randoms yet. We can't do any of the... Can't do anything. I forgot that we kind of just hit 80. We don't have any gear. And yeah, it just seems like we need a 226 item level. Currently we have an item level of 167, so we're not too far away. We need some more quest rewards. Either that or, you know, I could go to the auction house. We do have a little bit of gold. But maybe we'll just see how close we can get with just quest rewards. And that should be okay. If we get desperate, then we'll go visit the auction house. Only if we get really desperate. What are we talking about? Heirlooms? I don't have heirlooms. Yeah, I don't have heirlooms at all on this Cata account. This is my EU account, so the whole point of this is that I have nothing. Yeah, we're going to be working towards getting some heirlooms. This character is going to be the one that farms a bunch of heroics so that we can get heirlooms for our Death Knight and for any future character. I want to get all the heirlooms, basically. This is a good time to get them. And I don't know, I probably won't farm them all up at once. I'll probably farm up the ones for the DK, And then maybe each character will farm up the heirlooms for the next character we do. So we can do like Death Knight, get the plate stuff. We can do Rogue and get the leather stuff. You know, maybe we can do it like that. That would be an okay way to do it. Oh, the cape and the hat. Yeah, I have the 2 pieces. But no, they scale all the way up to 80. But yeah, I guess now we probably want to replace them. Oh, you know what? No, these go to 85. Requires 1 to 85. In parentheses, it just says 80. I think these scale all the way up, maybe, don't they? I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see if in parentheses, if we hit 81 and it says in parentheses 81, then they scale all the way up. Galeric, if you say good evening on the stream, will I carry on or will I end it? I'll probably end it, in fact. No, welcome, man. You just came in at a weird time. Yeah, I see what you mean. The eye level. You're talking about the. I got it now. It took me a minute. You're talking about the eye level being 1. We tested this once on a different character, because I had that same thought, like, oh, it's the heirloom item level 1 bringing us down. I know it says 1, but I don't think that turned out to be true, because I remember we did testing on this. I think it was on the Blood Elf Paladin or some other character, but maybe. What we can do is we can keep a helm and a cape in our inventory just to kind of offset that. So if we get any helms that we can wear or any capes, we'll just keep them in the inventory, and then that should boost our... If we are being brought down on average by the heirlooms, then having those in our inventory should make a difference. If we have them in our inventory and it doesn't make a difference to either of these numbers, then there's scaling happening here that we don't see. And I do feel like there's item level scaling here happening, reporting out to this number that we don't see, because I'm pretty sure we tested it like not even a year ago. All right, what am I doing here? I'm not doing anything here. I need to go open this lady's cage with a key. Would they still be worth wearing for the XP buff? Yes, as long as the XP buff does not stop working at the end of the level for the items. Like I don't know how heirlooms work in Cata, because they work differently in Cata than they worked in original Cata, if that makes sense. Like the level that they scale up to is not the same as it was in OG Cata, so I don't know. Maybe we will learn it together. If we can hit 81 today, then we will learn something about how heirlooms work in Cataclysm Classic. Could be an exciting time. I have a quest turn-in that appears to be underground, so... What does that mean? I mean, it means I'm looking for a cave, I guess. Except I don't see any signs of said cave. Perhaps on the other side of the mountain? No. Wait, yes. Yes, okay, we were going into a burrow den, okay. That makes sense. Deep into the burrow den we go. At least all these guys are occupied. Weapon buffs. Lightning shield. Weapon buffs. Lightning shield. We have buffs, guys. It's classic. We have actual buffs that we depend upon to actually deal our damage. I have to reorient my mind. Can I play 2 different versions of WoW in one day and not just fail at both of them? Let's find out. These guys are still kind of beefy. Even with our weapon buffs, we kind of have to chunk away at them for a while. Maybe we're just not getting lucky with our Wind Fury procs. Yeah, it looks like we just got really unlucky last time with our Wind Fury procs. That was all. Alright, while I'm here, let's make sure that we actually set the Hearthstone. Because last time I said I was going to, and then I didn't do it. I know. Big surprise. Where is my innkeeper? Here we go. Why can I be mounted in here? That's so weird. That's the problem. I need to be dismounted.
Ishnu Allah. Be careful.
The dream gives us shelter. The dream gives us hope. I fear for Lystra's fate. Vandrel's corruption ran deeper than anything I encountered in the nightmare. Yet, we can't afford to dwell on this. During my stay in the dream, I made a vital discovery. The rift that weakens the boundaries of this world has hastened the return of powerful allies. The ancient guardians are coming back. Sinaris, Aviana, Goldrin. I can feel their presence. We must make sure we usher them into this world. Their timely aid will be indispensable.
Well met.
Locate Chiluna at the Shrine of Aviana.
We shall.
Alright, so that's another breadcrumb. So we have breadcrumbs taking us over here, but we also have a breadcrumb taking us down here. This has another inn and another flight point. Maybe we go do the stuff up here first. And see how that works out. Shadow, yes, it will. You know, in the fullness of time, the answer is 100% absolutely yes. Yeah. That's... yes. The only question is when. That's the only question. It's not like will they do it. It's when will they do it. Doesn't matter to me. I decided that I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if they do it tomorrow. I don't care if they do it next week. I'm just gonna keep playing the game. Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing the game as long as I'm having fun with it.
Well met.
And whenever they drop an XP buff, we'll take advantage of it, you know, no matter what. Whether this, you know, if this character's capped, we'll jump on the Death Knight.
Go in peace.
Doesn't matter to me. If we're level 83 and the XP buff drops, great. Then the last 2 levels will be faster, like, no problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep playing this game.
Farewell.
Yep, because I like the class. And I have a good time with the 5-mans. And the leveling is fine. You know, the questing is fine. There's nothing really wrong with the questing, so... Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Shiny luck, Alfred. I really appreciate that, man. Thanks for popping in and saying those kind words. Thank you for being here and hanging out with us. I appreciate it. What are the catazones? The catazones include places like Mount Hyjal. Then we have Vashir, which is the underwater zone. Then we have Uldum, which is a desert zone, like a Egyptian Indiana Jones type deal going on there. Then we have the Twilight Highlands, which is full of dwarfs and kind of has a nice aesthetic. I like Twilight Highlands. What am I missing, guys? Oh, Deepholm. That's like underground. It's like purple and rocky, and there's earth in there. They're doing stuff. Deepholm. Yeah, I think I got them all. Deepholm, Hyjal, Vashir, Twilight Highlands, and Uldum, right? Oh my god, these guys are beating the living crap out of me! We need some elementals. Let's pull you out, let's pull you out, let's pull the dogs out, and let's clean this up. That was just a bad situation for us to be in. We pulled an ad over here that I didn't see. The underwater one is not fun. I'm not going to do the underwater zone. It's not only that it's underwater, the flow of questing there feels weird to me. It's one of those narrow zones where you kind of like make a path along it, and it's just, the flow of the questing always felt weird. So yeah, we're going to avoid that one. And yeah, we should be able to avoid it. We shouldn't suffer from not going to the underwater zone, I hope. If we do suffer, then eventually the XP buff will come along and the XP buff will save us. But we're going to do enough dungeons eventually that we should be fine. XP-wise. I can't kill these guys fast enough to collect the sacks before the next group comes. How am I ever going to complete the quest? I need there to be a lull in the flow of dudes so I can actually click on these bags before they despawn, because like the flow right now is like as soon as I clear a group, another group is on top of me. I mean, I could be smart and pull these guys off the road, I guess, and hope that the next group will just pass by and they'll leave me alone, because yeah, this is brutal. We are dealing 0 damage, we are taking tons of damage, and we are going to have to visit the auction house. In fact, I really should have visited the auction house when we were back in Stormwind. That would have been a really, just a brilliant idea, I think. Yeah, we're going to go get some gear. There's not a good reason to suffer at this point. I'd like to kill him a little bit faster, because, yeah, again, see, I've already lost a bunch of supplies, because the supplies are despawning. I'm grabbing these. These are mine, and I'm claiming them. I won't take the 3 that drop off of his, but I'm taking mine. And then I'll leave him be. Because, yeah, those were mine. Those were mine, and I lost a few. So I'm not going to take his. I am going to take this hunter. Because we need hunters. I pulled a slave driver. Okay, let's let him go. Monica, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here today. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna grab some of these because I fought those guys. And then maybe we'll be done. Let's grab one more. Okay, perfect. We are still in combat, obviously. Will I be able to find like some level 78 greens on the auction house if I go look? Is there such a thing as a level 78 or 80 green item? Or am I going to have to wait? Am I going to go to the auction house and find out that I have to be level 81 or 82 to equip any of the greens from this expansion? Stamina and spirit we don't need. Cloth we don't need. Strength, stamina, mastery, and expertise. I don't need any of this stuff.
Be careful. May the stars guide you.
Locate Ian Durin near the Shrine of Goldrin. There will be level 77 to 80 greens that are very powerful. Okay. Yeah, let's just go visit the auction house. I feel like that's okay. We can just hearth back. There's a portal taking us right back to Stormwind, I'm pretty sure. So I think it's going to be okay to spend a little bit of time doing that. It's going to be worth it, I believe. That's Orgrimmar. Okay, yeah, you gotta go to the right portal, it turns out. You can't just go to the other faction city. There we go. Alright, let's see what we can find. We need agility. Oh, see, what's up? Maybe you guys can explain this to me. What's up with the random stats? I don't remember this from Classic Cataclysm. When it says it's going to have a random enchantment, what's going to happen with it? What does that mean? I don't remember this at all. This is a thing in retail, I think, but I don't remember what this means. Click on it, okay. I've clicked on it, okay. Agility, oh, okay. Like, why do I have to click on it to see what stat it's gonna have? That makes no sense to me, honestly. Like, it's just really weird. Yeah, I don't get why I have to click on it to see what stats it's gonna have. So I'm looking for item level like 278, right? Yeah, like 278 is the 278 and up is what I want. Stamina, agility looks good. Let's see, 289, marksman, monkey. Agility, stamina here, let's go with that. Of the bandit. Why do I want blues? I'm gonna replace the stuff anyway. I'm gonna, and if there were blues, I would see them. I'm looking in a level range. So what I'm doing is I'm searching all items of that category from 78 to 80. And so if there are blues, they will pop up. It's just that so far they haven't. And typically blues are a lot more expensive than greens. Things are so expensive because the economy here is really old and the economy is really inflated. So yeah, we're getting green items for 200 gold and it feels like that's a shit ton of money. It kind of is. But it's just like that's the place the economy's at. Like 150 is a steal. Well, this is actually a good price. Like it just sucks, you know. You gotta have gold. And I haven't bought a lot of gear. This is like the first time that I've spent gold like just shopping all out on the auction house like this, and we probably won't have to do it again. So after this we'll get a lot of gear from dungeons. Eventually we'll get gear from heroics. This will be the one and only time that we need to purchase a bunch of greens to just get us into the content. If that makes sense. Yeah, this is going to be the best thing for me to do, to spend the money now so we can get into doing dungeons, because then I don't have to ever do this again. It's a one-time purchase, you know. If we were trying to spend this amount of money every 10 levels, it obviously wouldn't be sustainable. But no, we're fine. This was the right move. The weapon, we need an offhand, so we're good on the main hand. That's 272. We just need to find ourselves a decent offhand. So let's put our filter back in place. And we'll check one-handed axes first. Strength and stamina, not really ideal. Let's try maces. Okay, we got more choices with maces. Of the monkey, Agility, stamina. Oh, this is 174. Robert, don't look at 174 stuff, buddy. How about of the beast? Oh, that's a pretty expensive. Stamina, hit, and crits. Alright, let's do that. That was our biggest chunk. Alright. Yeah, it's gonna be a really, really huge power spike for us, to be honest. Seeing that you're doing the same thing for your warrior? Yeah, it is a lot of money, man. I'm very grateful to you and to everybody who's gifted me money, because without you guys, I would not have been able to do this. So yeah, thank you. This is the only time we have to do it. We don't ever have to do this again. Although, to be fair, we might have to do this on every character that we level up. Not if we have heirlooms. Maybe not if we have heirlooms, depending on if we find out if the heirlooms go all the way to 85, then we won't need to do this again. We look good as well, so, you know, good times. All right, let's get back into it. And you know what, now, you know, whenever we want to, I think now we could do the randoms. Yeah, random Cataclysm dungeons. So we're good now. Look at that. We can do Throne of Tides, Blackrock Caverns. I love the Cataclysm 5-mans. They are a bunch of fun, and I'm actually pretty familiar with them. The Cloak and Helm only go to 85. The level cap is 85. So that's good. Like, that's perfect. We only need them to go to 85 because 85 is level cap. So yeah, like, we won't ever, if we have heirlooms, then we won't need to do the level 80 shopping. Maybe we'll have to do level 85 shopping to get alts into Pandaria, depending, but I don't know, you know, that's a problem for another day. The other items go to 80, okay. Right on, so we'll only have the 2 from 80 to 85. That makes sense. That's fine. CNET, if you're gearing up your warrior right now, does that mean you want to run a couple of dungeons? Because I'd be fine to run a couple of dungeons if you want to. If not, I'll just solo queue. Now, we still need to put up some weapon buffs, so we won't judge this DPS yet. But I mean, that seemed pretty good. Let's put up our weapon buffs correctly and completely. There we go. Let's make sure we have lightning shield going. Yeah, that feels a lot better. Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what it should feel like. Very, very happy that we did that. Oh, CNET, you're only level 79. Okay, man. Hey, I'm gonna queue up, but let me know when you hit 80. If you hit 80, like, at some point today. I didn't realize that you didn't get to 80. I got to 80 and I was like, boop. Awesome. Alright, let me queue up. See what we get. The good thing is now leveling is going to slow down a bit, so you'll be able to catch up like no problem. Since we don't have an XP buff. And we don't have full heirlooms. Yeah. It'll slow down for me. Hunters are done. Let's go turn this one in. We have a quest to go like further down the road here. Part of me wants to head down to the shrine. I'm gonna head down to the shrine. I feel like maybe some of the questing here could overlap. So let's just pop down here really quick. And also would be a good time to purge the inventory since I did not think to do that back in Stormwind. Yeah, I guess that's true, Flex. Yeah, technically I have the full heirlooms right now that I can have from 80 to 85. Yep. Mm-hmm. Technically. Eventually I'll get that through my head.
Hello. Del Nadris. Good luck, friend.
Wormwing harpies slain, and then we also need 8 Hyjal eggs. So we're killing harpies, we are gathering eggs. I'm gonna bind here. I mean, I don't know how much it matters. We're able to fly around pretty quickly. But I'll bind here. And then we need to find a vendor. Leatherworking supplies will do.
Well met.
And we could sell all this stuff. I guess I could hang on to any pieces like that. I'm gonna start holding on anything that's item level 272 or above that we can use for an elemental spec. I'm gonna start gathering bits and pieces. Now that we can start doing dungeons, now we can start building our elemental set, even if it's something like very basic. Now is when we're going to start doing that. So if you guys see me loot anything that's elemental and I'm going to vendor it or something, just give me a holler. Don't let me vendor any male gear with intellect and spirit on it, basically.
Be careful.
Let's pop these last boxes open so they're not just hanging out in the inventory forever.
Greetings.
There we go. I'm not going to use those. Let's sell them.
Goodbye.
Okay, perfect. We have a quest turn in, maybe somewhere back here. Did I max skinning yet? No, we're not maxed yet. We need to train skinning. That's actually something we should have done back in Stormwind. What are the odds that there is like a skinning trainer anywhere? Anywhere? No, not very good. I guess Stormwind's the only place we can do it? To train the Cata rank of skinning? Because yeah, right now I don't have it, which is bad. It's bad news. If we have to, we'll just go back and level it up later. It's not really a big deal. As I've played this character, I've started to kind of understand why people often leave their profession leveling until they're max level. Leveling this character, it finally like made sense. So if we have to circle back and do it, that's fine too. I don't even know where I would train it. As long as we get it capped out before Mist of Pandaria comes out, then we're fine. As long as we can go into Pandaria and start skinning stuff day one, then we'll be okay. We have a lot of time between now and then. Craig, I don't even know what that means in context, man, but I hope you're okay out there. This skinning has to be trained in Stormwind. Okay, yeah, we'll be back there at some point soon. Next time we're back in Stormwind, I'll try to remember to train it up. Well, I know that it's a reference from Star Wars where all the Jedi get murdered. When I said I don't understand the context, I meant that I don't understand the context of doing it within this game. I guess that's what I meant. That's what context means. So I said I don't understand that in the context that you put it in. I know it's a Star Wars thing. I've seen Star Wars once, so I know that much. Yeah, I didn't say I didn't get the reference. Because the way I interpret it, and I'll just tell you, like, I'll tell you how I interpreted it. Knowing the reference like I do because I've seen Star Wars once, I interpreted your statement as, when are they gonna murder everybody playing this game in a cowardly way from behind them? That's how I interpret it as someone who does know what Order 66 is, and as someone who has seen Star Wars once. I took it as you asking me, when are they gonna murder every person playing this game? But then I thought that can't be right. Craig wouldn't say something like that. Craig's an upstanding guy. And so I said, I don't understand the context of that, I hope you're all right. Because of how I actually would have interpreted what you said.
Stand still, or I'll crack your skulls.
Maybe I'm way off base, but I don't know how else to interpret what you said. Thoughts, chat?
Raz, smash!
I'm gonna need on that. We'll take a look at that later if we win it. Okay, it was a weird joke because it was a joke about murdering everybody who plays World of Warcraft, I think. Which, like, you know, sometimes when things are interpreted a certain way, it's like, well, it wasn't really funny, so it can't be a joke. Just a heads up in case you use that one in like a future, like, don't go to work and use that reference. Don't go to your boss and be like, oh man, like, when are they gonna go Order 66 on this place? Like, I don't want to make sure you don't use that in any other setting, you know, because it could set off some serious alarm bells for people like me who've seen Star Wars once. Order 66 was specifically when the Emperor sent the signal for all of the clone troopers to murder their Jedi. Like, the whole Empire was run off the backs of these clone troopers. And Order 66 was when Palpatine finally was like, okay, let's do it now. And well, they were clone troopers, not stormtroopers, but they just turned and they killed all the Jedi. It was just straight out murder. Just like straight up murdered them. That's what Order 66 is in Star Wars. For those who haven't seen Star Wars once. It was a bad day for the Old Republic, as you can imagine. It was the end of the Old Republic, and it was the rise of the Empire. The evil Empire. Keyword there being evil. When you delete stuff, no murder happens. Here, that's my take. When you delete something, no murder happens. You know, you can delete things and nothing dies. You know what's a good metaphor for like starting WoW over again? I would say, like, man, when are they gonna Control Shift Alt Delete this game? That would be a good metaphor if you were like, when are they gonna redo WoW? You would say, like, when are they gonna Control A Shift Delete this? You know, because that would mean deleting it and starting over, and it wouldn't be murder. It's the murder that I take issue with. That's all. I'm just listen. I'm halfway just taking the piss out of it, just for a laugh internally. So, you know, don't read into it too much. Now I'm just carrying it on and on. What do I want to see for WoW 2? A stable game engine that was made sometime in the last decade. That's it. A stable game engine that was made sometime in the last decade. I want everything to look the same and feel the same, because it looks good and it feels good to push the buttons. And the only thing I want to see is technology improvements. Like a game that was made sometime this decade. Just so they can do more with the game. Open up a lot of doors for them. That's it.
Bodies to test my armor mills are burned.
Tom, good afternoon to you as well, and welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here today. And the best they can do is modernize the in-game store. That's very cynical of you. Of course they're gonna modernize the store, yeah. That's how they make their money. That's a nice relic.
Hi, how are you? Be seeing you. You have a great day now.
Oh, well, that's good, because the relic we had was item level 93, so I'm really happy that we got that. Because apparently I just didn't think about a relic. The elemental set's coming together pretty well. We grabbed a hell. Oh, I grabbed that. You know what? When I saw this, I thought this was like a ring or something. I didn't realize it was held in offhand. I grabbed the shield. The shield's probably going to be better. Well, the held in offhand's not bad. I guess they're both pretty good. I did think the one was a ring or something and not a held in offhand item. I did not look at it closely enough. Karen, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your night. Take care. We'll see you next time. Are there any zones that I haven't explored? Not in Classic. There are probably a couple of zones in retail, like some of the patch zones, the stuff that gets added into the patches. There's probably some retail zones I haven't seen, but I've been pretty much everywhere in Classic up to this point. There might be a couple by Mista Pandaria. There might be a zone or two of Mista Pandaria I haven't been in. A couple of zones I didn't quest in back in the day. Yeah, I think Mista Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, and Legion. There are probably a couple of places in those expansions that I haven't been, but up until this point, we've seen it all. At least once.
How may I help? Del Madre. Be careful.
My least favorite zone, that's easy and it's pertinent to the expansion we're playing. My least favorite zone is probably Vashir,
Farewell.
which is the underwater zone here in the Cataclysm expansion. There are other zones I don't like. A lot of them in Cataclysm. Basically, let's just say the only zones that I don't like, you know, are things added in Cataclysm and after. That's simple enough.
Closer. They are pulling me away.
What level do you get your mount in Classic? It depends on what version of Classic. Classic era, you get it at 40. Cataclysm, we got our first mount at 20. Yeah, by Cata, you get it at 20. I'm not sure what's going on here, but that's an interesting pose. I guess she's gonna like threatening to kill her or something. I don't know. Girl, if you're gonna slit her throat, you go ahead and do you. I don't think she's gonna do it, chat. Why are you? Oh, if she we gotta interrogate her. Why are you stealing eggs? Okay, I thought she was gonna kill her. Oh, we can have her kill. Let's have her take her out. It's World of Warcraft. Don't pull a knife on somebody unless you're going to use it.
I am honored. Good luck, friend. Be careful.
Alright, that is level 81, and we have a new talent point. What were we doing? It looks like we were going into concussion, so we'll do one more point there. I'm not sure if we want anything else. Increase your fire, frost, and nature damage. I mean, some of our... Oh, increase your spell hit. Some of our things are nature damage. But yeah, I don't know if we need this. Reduce the cooldown of your shock spells. I think we go here next. That'll be a full second off the cooldown. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, I think. I haven't really looked at a real build. We've just been kind of building it as we go. Leah, welcome back. We've obviously switched games since this morning.
I've been expecting you. Walk with dear brother.
And we're back in Cata. The solo queues don't seem bad. You know, you got like 10 or 12 minutes between dungeon runs to get a bunch of questing in. It's not bad. Okay, where are we going now? What are we doing? Ancient Feather. Use enormous bird call. Okay, it looks like we can go to any of these little nests and use an item. It's a kick or be kicked world out there, CNET. Yeah, sometimes you gotta kick before you get kicked. He was useless. Yeah, we've seen some uselessness today. In a couple of different places. What else? What next? A prayer and a wing. Let's go turn this one in before we do anything else. I kind of thought these quests would take us more to the west, but I guess not. It's pretty partitioned off from everything else. I thought there might be some overlap. Yeah, we streamed some more within earlier today. I just didn't want to do it all day. You know, I think with me, like with retail, it's going to be important to take like small little bite-sized chunks. And I don't think it's something that I want to play for like 5 or 6 hours, you know. And it's important for me with retail to start having a good time and then to end while I'm still having a good time. Like I think that's important to build like to build an expectation in my mind and in my emotional complex, to build an expectation that my retail experience is going to be a positive one. So if I have a bunch of small but positive retail experiences, then I'll be in a better mood when I go to play, you know, as opposed to expecting stuff to go like haywire. So yeah, I'm trying to take it in small doses. Yeah, but keep in mind, like some people are just uncomfortable with healing. You know, they don't want to be in the position to be responsible for it. I've been there. Like these days, I'm willing to toss a heal, but I get the hesitancy. You know, for all he knows, he's gonna try to toss a couple heals, and then the group's gonna turn on him anyway when he can't heal enough. So, unfortunately, I can't really blame him. I'll heal for you, but only for a couple seconds until we find another healer. You know. Only for a couple seconds. Come on, we can get on it. Let's go, everybody jump, 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 jump. No, you gotta get on it. Don't mount up, just jump. Dude, standing back there, he mounts up. Like, you don't have to mount up. You just gotta get on the platform. You know, oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I thought we were on the elevator, but maybe not.
Have you interfered with our plans? For the last time, mortal! Take all, minions! Rise from the icy depths! Destroy these intruders! Leave them for the great dark beyond!
I'm enjoying that the boss fights are lasting for a little while. That boss fight went on for a while, and it was fun. And that's awesome. And a one-handed axe dropped, and I am going to roll need on it. We did not win the item. The dude from Fireball won the item. Oof. I didn't know that warriors needed agility. Warriors need strength. Sucks. It's not really optimal. No! I'm back, nothing happened. You saw nothing. Oh no, no, not like this! Not like this! No! I guess that maybe the healer was dead. The warrior tank isn't top DPS? Yeah, true, he's not. But he's also, apparently, well, somebody's stacking agility gear, so I don't know. Yeah, man, the druid's got this. He's got this. Oh, don't die, bro. Don't die. What are you doing? Don't pop out. Get back! Get back! Heal yourself! No! Okay. The Maelstrom Tracker is an add-on. And I have no idea what it's called. It's called Maelstrom Weapon. I think the add-on is called Maelstrom Weapon, all one word. Yep. I am gonna have to take a quick break to get some coffee after this one. I didn't fill my mug up all the way between streams, and therefore my coffee did not last very long. I got like half a mug full, and that was not enough. It was not enough coffee. Was there maybe a teleporter we missed? PvP or PvE? Must be new to the channel. Thanks for being here, buddy. I appreciate it. I don't do a lot of PvP. I don't have very good, like, PvP reflexes. And I've never had really anybody to do arenas with or anything like that, you know. I feel like to do arenas, you just gotta have somebody that you're kind of used to playing with, that you play with a lot. And, yeah, I don't really have fun in Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds are just kind of like slop to me. So yeah, I don't really think about PvP in World of Warcraft. If I wanted the PvP, like, I had a lot of fun in Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm was really fun. That was good PvP. Overwatch 1, when that first came out, I had a lot of fun in Overwatch. I like PvP in games that are, like, built specifically for PvP. And WoW is definitely not a game that was built specifically for PvP. For better or worse. Seeing that you do arenas and stuff, man. Yeah, I don't think I like Battlegrounds because they're just always kind of a mess. But I'm trying my hand at arenas. I don't know. Overall, I kind of think PvPing in WoW is sort of pointless because there's so many better games to PvP in that are better, you know. I almost feel like it's kind of a waste of time. And PvP has, to me, like, PvP has nothing to do with seeing content. That's why it's a waste of time to me. When I get gear from a raid, it's so I can do the next tier's raid. You know what I mean? When I'm trying to gear up, I'm trying to gear up to do harder content so I can see more content. But PvP has no content. PvP is just match after match after match, and you're just chasing rating. And you're obviously chasing the PvP gear, I guess, to a certain point, but the gear isn't getting you into more content. The gear is just letting you get higher in the rating, and like I don't really have fun with that as much as I do like seeing new content. It's never been something that's grown on me. We've tried it a couple of times on the channel. I've tried to do some PvP a couple times, and it's just something that's never grown on me. Shaman are super fun in PvP. I believe that because it's been a lot of fun in PvE. It just seems like a really, really fun class. Lots of crits and big numbers. It's been really fun to push the buttons in general. I guess I'm tanking this now? I'm not really sure why I was tanking it, but yeah, apparently I was tanking. Maybe I was generating too much threat, I'm not really sure. Never had a threat problem before, so I don't know.
I have grown too weak to be of any assistance.
Is the tank being disabled somehow? I guess maybe the tank was being disabled? I don't really know what was happening. Like, I seem to have threat a lot. Maybe he was like CCing the tank in some way that I didn't notice. Okay, we gotta kind of get him out of the poison a little bit. There we go. The tank is currently dead, I see that. Not even really sure what killed the tank.
Is this reality?
We got him anyway, so that's good.
I am weary. You must carry on without me. I shall take my leave once my strength has returned.
I guess I'll res. I can do that. I did get the ring. I didn't roll need on it because I wasn't sure if somebody else needed it. I wanted to roll need on it, but I decided not to at the last moment. It's nice to still get it off the greed roll. That's awesome. So I wanted it for the elemental set. But you know, I saw we had a warlock, so I thought like maybe I'll just not roll need on it this time. I need to remember I can do slash roll. Oh no, that's not what it is. Slash loot? Is that what it is? Yeah, okay, slash loot. I can do slash loot and I can check and see if anybody else is needed on the item. And that would probably be better than just like trying to scroll through my log. That way I know if I should roll on something for off spec or not. I guess I should be helping out killing these guys.
Ah, my fearless assistants, I assume. You may yet regret your presence here. As I purify these waters, the servants of filth will surely be still. Beware.
Dimitri, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate that.
Patience, guests. The waters are nearly cleansed. beast has returned. It must not pollute my waters. Their filthiness stains me. My waters are cleansed. Drink in their power. Behold the power of pure water.
There we go. That wasn't bad. We did pretty good DPS on that one. We got plate legs, and we have a spirit trinket. Okay, this is when we do slash loot. You know, the spirit trinket, that's only going to be good for a healer. Yeah, on use spell power. I don't think I'm ever going to heal, so I don't think I'm really going to worry about this. I'm just going to pass on it. So yeah, spirit, I don't think I need spirit a lot as elemental DPS. I definitely don't think I need a whole trinket devoted to just spirit. Seems like a little bit of overkill, potentially. Alright guys, I'm gonna go fill up my coffee. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break, and then we are gonna play some more. Let me park myself at an elevation that is relatively safe. And I will be back in a few minutes. All right, we are back. CNET, did you hit 80 yet, man? You gotta be 80 by now. It's been like 5 minutes.
How may I aid you? We shall meet again. Farewell.
Jean-Paul, good evening to you and welcome. You got a Shadow Priest? What level are you? Are you level 80? Or are you level 85? I don't want to compete on the meters with an 85 level character. If you're level 85, let's oh, you're 80? Perfect. Yeah, if whenever CNET comes around, we can form up as a 3-man group if you want. Whenever he hits 80. That'd be cool. Let's see. We haven't seen Mitosh in a couple days. I know he's not going to play retail, and that's totally fine. I hope he keeps playing Cataclysm so we can play Mist together. Because if he didn't, that would suck. Yeah, we'll wait to group up. In the meantime, I'm gonna solo queue until we can get all 3 of us in a run. For now, I'm gonna do like, I'll probably have time to do at least one more solo queue. The good thing about the solo queue though is like for me, it gives me time to do questing and dungeons, you know? So I can quest for 9 minutes, I can get a queue. I can quest for 9 minutes, I can get a queue, and that's a pretty good cadence. So I know once we get to level 85, we're just gonna do a crap ton of heroics. So I don't want to burn myself out on the 5-mans prior to 85. Although when we're doing heroics, we'll have the ZG heroics in there. We'll have the last raid 5-mans, the 5-mans that came out when the last raid came out. So we'll have like more options, I guess. There is an objective over this way. Polluted incense. Okay, where are we looking for this stuff? Supposedly it's all around us. Maybe, are they dropping it? Oh, they're dropping it, okay. For some reason I thought we were like trying to pick flowers for a minute. But no, we're not. We're just killing Morgan. Killing them, but not skinning them, unfortunately. Although, you know what we should do? Let's see, where are we at? Pretty soon we're going to go back to Stormwind and train skinning. We need to get the Cataclysm skinning unlocked. I don't really want to miss out. So far, I don't think we've been fighting a lot of stuff that we could even skin. Let me think, like what, have we fought any beast? I don't think we've really fought any beast yet. Oh my god, my buffs are gone, thank you. Okay, like, let's do this quest. Because this quest, at least, there are no animals that we can skin. As soon as we get a quest where we think we can skin some stuff, we need to go back to Stormwind first. And we have to train up our Cataclysm skinning. Yeah, I was on retail for a little bit. I want to take retail in small, bite-sized portions. Because I want to make sure that when I log into retail, I'm having a good time. And that when I'm playing retail, I'm having a good time. And I want to end still having a good time. So I think those like retail streams, that's probably never going to be like a full day. I don't want to play retail for like 5 or 6 hours. But on days where I have 5 or 6 hours, I'd love to play like an hour or 2 of retail and make some progress. But yeah, I just have to do it very carefully. I have to do it very carefully, and I have to make sure that I'm in a good mindset the entire time. And I'm pretty good at monitoring my mindset for about an hour to an hour and a half. I can keep really good control over like my positivity and whether or not I'm being too critical of something, whether or not I'm letting something bother me that shouldn't bother me. Like I can keep really good reign over that stuff for about an hour and a half. And then if there's annoying stuff or if I don't like something, I start to bitch about it. And so yeah, bite-sized chunks. TLDR. Yeah, and I think like no matter what phase of retail I'm playing, whether it's leveling or it's endgame, I think those small bite-sized chunks are gonna have to stay that way. Because what I find is like retail is a lot of fun, but it's not chill. None of it is. Like it's a weird thing. Like it's a lot of fun, man. I get into the 5-mans and I'm pressing the buttons and I'm moving around and it feels so good to do that like 5-man content. Definitely for me, like that's the best content in retail. Is just being in that 5-man group, like doing the dungeons and moving with the mechanics, getting into momentum. Like it's a blast. But that's really the only part that I have a lot of fun with. Is like playing the classes and playing in the 5-mans. And so that's probably most of what I'll do. And I'll just do it very slowly over time. This guy's evade bugged. They put him up on this cool little bird bath, and then he got evade bugged up there. Sucks to be him.
What can I do for you? Have a good one. See you later.
Use the incense within the Maw of Lycanthoth in Hyjal to summon and kill Lycanthoth. Okay, sure. Where are we going for that? Lycanthoth, he sounds like a guy that I might be able to skin, you know? He sounds like a skinnable... I think of like lycanthropy, I think he must be some kind of wolf. Let me pop my Hearthstone, we'll take the dungeon. And then we gotta get back to Stormwind. Train up that skinning, that way I don't have to think about it anymore. It's a wolf, yeah, exactly.
Smash!
Why are we wearing a fishbowl on our head anyway? Yeah, that's weird. What's that about? All-purpose diving helmet. Yeah, I really don't know. We haven't actually equipped an all-purpose diving helmet. So I have no idea. Let's go ahead and we'll roll on this. Need to like just move this over here maybe. Something like that. Yeah, I had been right-clicking it, because obviously, you know, like right-click it if you don't want it. And so I have done that, and I have continued to do that, and yeah, no effects. That's the sound of me right-clicking it over and over again. If you can hear that. And yeah, nothing. Very weird. Let's do a reload. We'll do a little reload, and maybe the game will function properly. No, yeah, everybody has it. I don't remember this. It's part of the quest. Okay, so once we do the quest, this never happens to us again. I was going to say, I don't remember getting this every single time, and I've done this dungeon a lot. It's part of the quest. Yeah, this is... It's something. I really wish it didn't have to be this way. I really wish they could have given us the buff or whatever it is without having to actually put a stupid looking helmet on my character's head, but okay, you know, it's fine. It's a minor thing, like I can get over it. It's a minor thing. Are we gonna have to do any mechanics on this fight at all? I'll probably just, maybe I'll try to stand in the middle beam? I don't know, it depends on where we fight the boss. Oh, hi there. Hi, how are you doing? Ah, snap. Yeah, we of course we got the boss anyway. I'm gonna focus the boss. Let's get the dogs out. Let's get the tank out just in case. Maybe we just kill her really fast and we're fine.
Interrupt.
Interrupt, I got that, okay. Alright, yeah, we seem to be fine. On normal, we seem to be okay just to ignore everything. Ooh, look at that. That is a heck of a trinket. 200 agility. Oh my god. Yeah, well... We did not win that item. We are probably never gonna see that trinket drop again. Ugh. Yeah, like this is it. This is the gear we need. We need this gear to get into heroics. So like we do want to be winning pieces of gear. We are at a point where now the gear, like, it matters, you know, it matters because we have to do heroics. We want to do a bunch of heroics, ideally. And we want to do them as soon as we can. So yeah, we want to be winning pieces. Like that amazing trinket. Yeah, we are doing okay DPS. To be fair, the protection pally is blowing everybody away. You know what I mean? Like, how could he not? But yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'm pleased. I really love this class. It's a lot of fun. I hope we get to raid on it. I hope we get to take it into mop and do all the things. Lightning shield, thank you.
Bodies to test my armaments burn.
Falcon, the answer is yes. Yeah, the answer is yes. You nailed it. You got all of them. At least in SOD we did all those things, yeah. In SOD we did all of those things. And I have to imagine it'll be much the same in Mista Pandaria. I'm happy to see that groups are actually killing this boss and that everybody's not just skipping it. Because it does drop loot. And I like loot. Yeah, see, somebody else needs this. The healer needs it. I'm not going to roll on it over the healer. Not for off-spec.
Smash!
You come seeking answers, then have them. Look upon your actions to live it. There can be shape. No, you cannot. You are useless.
Agility, stamina, cloak. Okay. No, because... Yeah, we don't need this. We have the heirloom one. Now, granted, this one is probably a little bit better, but... I'm not going to take it, because we're not going to need it. And the shield we already have. Oh, we have a quest here we could also turn in. That'd be great. Let's do that.
Off and away. Alrighty then.
There are 2 more quests to pick up
Be seeing you.
that apparently I didn't have. Alright, that's it for that one. It looks like there's another quest here that we haven't picked up yet.
What brings you here?
Report to Thessaly at the entrance to Sathira's Roost. Okay, that is a breadcrumb. We were headed back to Stormwind. That's what we were doing prior to the dungeon. Let's finish what we were doing. Let's do that. We don't know any locations connected to this one. Okay, I guess I don't have the flight point for Nordrassil. Well, that's good to know. Let's make sure that we grab that. We definitely want connecting flight points. What server is this? This is Mirage Raceway, EU. And how long is Cata still playable? Until Mist of Pandaria comes out. And we don't have an exact date for that yet, unfortunately. Sometime this summer. Sometime this summer we'll move into Mist of Pandaria. Yeah, apparently we've been here the whole time and I've never once come over here and clicked on his flight point. Excellent. Am I gonna play Mist? Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're doing right now. We're getting ready. We're getting ready to play Mist because I don't have any characters on the EU realm, so this is gonna be my main for Mist of Pandaria. Skinning Trainer is still in Old Town. Are there still lots of people on the server? Yep, it's the big EU PvE server. So the PvP server would be, I think is it Firemaw? EU for PvP, and then this is a big one for just PvE. Let's see, this guy must be back here. Nope.
Need help?
There we go. Alright, now if we ever kill anything skinnable in Hyjal, which so far we really haven't been, if we ever kill anything skinnable, then we can skin it. And we can start getting skill ups. I would love to start getting some skill ups.
and die mortal. Only death is eternal. Fate subjugates faith. Mortal die. Your prayers are meaningless here.
Well, it's too bad we can't skin him. And now we've entered a cutscene from Warcraft 3. This is like classic Warcraft 3 camera perspective. When they did Warcraft 3 Reforged, they should have built it in the World of Warcraft engine with World of Warcraft assets somehow. That's how they should have done Reforged. They should have done World of Warcraft assets. I thought she had a quest, but now she doesn't. Maybe I was seeing things. All right, let's head over this way. Yeah, I could have swore she had a quest.
Can I assist you?
Seek out the Eye of Twilight near the entrance to Gargoyle's hovel in Hyjal. Okay. Robert speaks, take 2.
How are you? See you around.
Kill any combination of 8 hovel brutes, shadowcasters within the hovel.
See you later.
Guys, I think we're going into a hovel.
Safe travels.
Gather up Stone Blossom, Bitter Blossom, and Dark Flame Ember.
See you around.
Okay. Speak with 8 Twilight Servitors to administer the drought and rescue them. Locate the Twilight Apocrypha inside Gargoyle's hovel. Yeah, we got like 16 things to do inside the hovel now. We'll try to rescue all the guys on the outside first. Although I think they're going into the hovel in some cases, so maybe we'll find more of them. But it would be nice to clear some of the objectives off the mini-map to make it a little bit more readable before we go in. We have no lightning shield, and weapon buffs are about to expire. John, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. That is very kind of you. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the 5 new people. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us as we play some Cataclysm Classic. We didn't get everybody. Oh no, oh, it was the healer, wasn't it? Wait. No. It wasn't the healer. Okay. Whew. I think the healer and the tank are with us, but yeah, it must be the... Oh, you know what? It was the healer. We have 2 priests in the group, guys, and one of them is DPS, and they made it. And one of them was the healer, and they didn't make it on the elevator. They were close. They, like, slid off the elevator as it went up. It was very sad. A very difficult thing to watch. They just didn't make it. Am I also streaming on Twitch? Nope. I do all of my streaming right here on YouTube. We lost our tank. I guess we lost our tank because it took so long for the healer to catch up. The healer just got here. We just got the healer back. And our tank left. I guess we can hang out or we can go back to doing some questing. Like, who knows how long it's going to be to find a tank. Could happen really fast, could take a while. Apparently we are just simply going to pull these mobs. Because that is what one does when they don't have a tank. One just pulls the mobs. And crosses their fingers and hopes for the best. Who needs a tank? We got a hunter pet. I don't think we can fight bosses like this, but we might be able to. We might be able to fight her. She's not that dangerous, is she? I mean, I guess maybe some of the ads are. I mean, I could throw an off heal, but I don't even have the pet showing on my bar, unfortunately. So I don't know. What are the odds of it actually giving us a tank? Heroism. Do I have heroism out on my bar? Yeah, it's this weird icon right here. Just put it here. But there's not really a good time to burn heroism here. She goes through phases where she can't be hit, so I don't know. Maybe for the last phase I can burn it. Just doesn't seem super useful.
Interrupt.
Why not stream on both Twitch and YouTube? I tried it for a while. I multi-streamed for like a week, and it was just kind of a pain in the butt. I couldn't schedule my YouTube streams the way I liked scheduling them when I was trying to multi-stream on Twitch. I just had to kind of go live, and it was just a pain to schedule it and create awareness of the stream ahead of time. And I don't really even want to be on Twitch. I don't watch anything on Twitch. The channel's been around for like 6 or 7 years, and you know, I just don't really feel a need to try to move over to a different platform or even cross-platform. Lots of different small reasons.
Interrupt.
Hey, the good news is at some point we got a tank, so yeah, now we have a tank. But they're not with us, or are they? Let's see. I don't know. No, I don't think it teleported them to us. I think it put them... I think it put them back at the entrance of the dungeon. It's crazy that this group didn't wait for the tank. You know, we finally got a tank. It's crazy that they couldn't wait the 2 extra minutes to let the tank get here. They were close. We could have waited like 30 more seconds, the tank would have been here. I don't think they can get into the room, can they? Oh wait, maybe they can. Maybe they can still get into the room. Even if we've engaged the boss. For some reason I thought the door closed. Maybe it doesn't. Is Cena at 80 yet? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if maybe he signed off for the day. I feel like he would have been 80 if he was able to level more, but I don't know if he had to go. Or if he's still lurking somewhere.
Assistance, I assume.
How long did it take me to get to 80? It was 50 hours? 50 something hours? I think when we did the slash played it at 80. It was somewhere around there. 50 or 60 hours.
Will surely be stirred. Beware.
It was a decent amount of time and it felt pretty smooth. And it was pretty enjoyable.
The waters are nearly cleansed.
To 85 is the worst part. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. Having to step into Dragonflight leveling for even the small amount that we did the other day really gave me a lot of perspective. And it kind of made me appreciate even the Cataclysm leveling zones. So thankfully we had that experience and we're gonna be fine on the way to 85. It's gonna be okay.
The beast has returned. It must not pollute my waters.
Phase 2.
Ah, their filthiness stains me. My waters are cleansed. Drink in their
Phase 3.
power. Behold the power of pure water.
Yeah, exactly, Esme. Exactly. Yep. Okay, two-handed. Nope, we don't need a two-hander, unfortunately. Alright, into the hovel we go. There is a quest back here. I think it's an escort quest, possibly. It's a guy hanging from a chain, okay. Kind of worry, like, if we start him on an escort quest, is it going to stop us from getting the other stuff done? Let's go check out the other stuff first, and we'll kind of assess what order we want to actually tackle these in. What's the order here? Fire, earth, wind, water. Fire, earth, wind, water. There we go. Puzzle solved. Cue Zelda music. Alright, now we can go talk to the guy. Although, what is this? Yeah, what is that about? Maybe this is something on a different level? Weird. It's probably just Questie being weird. That's likely the culprit. Oh, these guys are neutral to me now because I did that puzzle quest. That's really cool. Okay, that's going to make this easier. If this is an escort, it's going to be easier now that they're all neutral.
Be careful.
Get the rusted key. Oh, okay. Okay, we got to get the rusted key. I don't know where that's going to... Maybe that's back in this corner. It's a 10-minute buff. Oh, I see it now. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I'm not sure where we're gonna get these things from, though. Nothing seems to be marked on the map. Okay, maybe... Is it outside? Maybe it's back outside, like somewhere out in the camp. Maybe the guy's not in here. He's gotta be outside. And then we come outside and it says he's inside. Oh, man. Ah, the quest tracking here is so bad. Why has it got to be so bad? Yeah, I don't know where this quest is. I always have problems with these quests. And I have skipped them before because of that, but I feel like this is like a major chain. Rusted Skull Key. Okay. We gotta find a named guy. Look for a lockbox. I didn't find a lockbox. I don't know if I could have possibly overlooked it. Find a locked box. No idea about this one. Is it in my bag? No, I don't think it's in my bag. Oh man, I haven't had my heirloom helmet. I'm so stupid. At some point I equipped a different helmet, so we've been missing out on 5% XP for like the last couple of hours. It's fun times. No, it's not an item in my bag. It doesn't seem to be an item anywhere around here. It's, for some reason, it's not. If it's an item, it's not marked on the map in any way. Let's follow this person. This person probably knows what they're doing. Because they just talked to that guy. Like, maybe we follow them. Unless they just turned in, like, the completion. Okay, that's a shadow. He was heading this way. Oh, here he is. Here's the guy. I found him. See, just follow someone else doing the quest. That's how we solve it. Yeah, there's a box here. Right, there it is. I guess I didn't have to kill him. Right, I could have just looted the box. Whatever, he's better off dead, I think. I have no regrets. It's my instinct to see a named ogre and to kill him. If the ogre's named, he's gotta go. You know, I've been trained on that since like day one. Trying to override 20 years of instincts. They're telling me these guys are non-aggressive and I just don't believe it.
See you later. Have a good one. See you later.
Alright, let's get him out of here. We have 6 minutes left on the neutral buff. Is he going to be slow or is he going to just come with us? He's coming with us. Okay, we can just speed him out of here. Yeah, it looks good. Perfect. See, this is the way all escort quests should be. They should just run with you. They should run with you at your speed, regardless of what your speed is. That's perfect. Well done, team. Well done. Tim, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, better late than never. I appreciate you being here today. Thanks for stopping by.
Good day to you. See you later. Have a good one. See you around.
Good day to you. Safe travels. Have a good one.
Sweeping the shelf, slay 8 Twilight Stormcallers and 5 Howling Rift Dwellers. And lightning in a bottle. Collect a charged condenser from, or a jar from a Twilight Lightning channel.
See you around.
Okay. And let's turn this one in.
I am listening.
Any of the stuff that we need doesn't really look like it. Let's take the plate to vendor it.
Farewell, Asha.
And speaking of vendoring stuff, let's try to vendor. Also catch a repair. Alright, we don't need this because we have the heirloom. You know what? This might be an upgrade. No. It lacks crit rating. I'm going to keep the crit rating. I think the crit is important for us. Intellect bracers we can drag down here. That's going to be part of our elemental set that we have building up down here. Chess piece. Do we have a chess piece down here yet? We don't have a chess piece. So there we go. There's our elemental chess piece. That's plate. That can go. That can go. And that can go. Okay. Very nice. Into the maw. Oh no, guys. Oh, guys, they're sending us into the maw. I knew this would happen someday. I don't think I'm ready to go back. Don't send me back. We gotta go to the maw. What are we doing? Step through the flame gate atop the lightning ledge in Mount Hyjal and speak to Jordan Olafson within the maw. Not the maw. Not this. This is bad. Whatever it is, it's probably going to be more enjoyable than the Shadowlands Maw. I can tell you that. Why am I over? I said there's cultists over here, but we really didn't see a lot of cultists. There was like one guy hanging out. This was like his special spot. Lightning shield is not up. Should I like unspec or like do something different? My lightning shield is never up. And it's like, I have this glyph of lightning shield, I'm spec'd into lightning shield. I have some other ability about lightning shield going on. Like, this one here, static shock. Like, man, I feel like these points are almost wasted. Because I feel like I walk around 90% of the time without lightning shield up. So I'm just wondering if there's a way to account for my forgetfulness and just like, maybe I spec into something else. Because I'm not seeing a lot of benefit out of it anyway. It's only 10 minutes. Yeah, it's like, man, it's so hard. I could barely keep my weapon buffs up and they're 30 minutes. And for some reason, I just can't remember lightning shield. It's gotten pretty bad. There's probably an add-on, you know, like I should probably install weak auras. I'm sure weak auras are the solution. Right as Blizzard is basically trying to shut down weak auras. I'm sure that's the answer. Yeah, there is. Oh, I know there is. I know there is a weak aura for it. Yeah, absolutely. I just, you know, I can't use weak auras. I'm not a weak auras user. And I don't plan to start now, you know, especially now. Yeah, just pull all the mobs. It's fine. Nobody else needs any mobs. You go ahead and enjoy those mobs, buddy. You just enjoy them all to yourself. Some people are just so greedy, I swear. There's a weak auras for everything, yes. Confirmed and verified. There's a weak auras for everything. Is the experience gain buff live? No. No, we've played this whole character with no XP buff, and it's been a good time. There is speculation that there will be an XP buff sometime in the near future. So if you want to play, but you're waiting on an XP buff, I would say, like, wait a couple weeks. And within a couple weeks, from the internet speculation, you may have an XP buff in Cataclysm within a couple weeks. But not currently. Currently, there's no XP buff in Cataclysm or in retail. The one that was in retail just left the other day. 0 XP buffs in the World of Warcraft right now. It's kind of weird. We have to find another one of these Rift Dwellers. So what they're like, oh, this guy right here is one. But Robert said it. I keep saying based on internet. See how I put in the words based on internet speculation? That's the important part, yeah. I said based on internet speculation, you may have a Joyous Journeys buff within the next couple of weeks. I see how I also like widen the time frame. The actual internet speculation says next week. I'm gonna widen that time frame a little bit just to not set you up and get your hopes high. I wouldn't get my hopes up at all, but you know, it's internet speculation that's just as good as real news these days. For some people. Okay, this looks Maw-esque. Yeah, like, I mean, this looks better than the Maw. It's better lit.
Hey there.
Into the Maw. This was the name of the quest, I think, that took us into Shadowlands. We are the champion that Goldrin promised, sent into the Maw to kill the jailer's nipples.
See you around. Have a good one.
10 Twilight Arm crates.
Safe travels. See you later.
8 smoldering cores by killing Searing Guardians, then smash them against a Twilight Anvil.
Have a good one.
And slay 12 Dark Iron Laborers. We're killing Dark Irons, soon to be an allied race. Martin says it was data mined to expire July 21. Source, random guy in WoW chat. Ooh. It's rough out there in the world of verifiable information. This is why journalism is a dying art. If it's not a blue post, I don't want to hear it. That was my stance the other day, yeah. Not really, but like, if you're gonna come in with speculation, I guess my only ask was that you let us know that it's speculation. The only thing I'm gonna believe is a blue post. You can tell me any speculation you want if you know, are upfront about the idea that it is speculation. I don't mind hearing it. So let's speculate and say that the JJ buff is gonna end on July 21. So we know a couple of different things. We know that we think that the JJ buff will run into pre-patch. At least a week into pre-patch. That's what we have been told by internet chatter. Destroy the chains and get away. There we go. Okay, so let's assume that's true. Then the pre-patch would have to come out the week before the 21st. So the pre-patch is going to come out like the second week of July. That's what that timing tells us. If all the internet chatter were to be true, which it's not, it's obviously not. But if it were true, then the latest we're going to see the pre-patch is like the second week of July. I think that's how the math works out. Spirit Mace with spell power. I will probably roll on this for off spec. Yeah, because we have a shield, so now we have a shield and a one-hander, so that's we're looking pretty good for our elemental build, you know. That's quite a few pieces of gear we've been able to amass in day one of running dungeons. No, I'm not going to heal, but I mean, that would be okay for elemental, right? It's not ideal, but I have these pieces here. Spell power I need, even as elemental. And then crit strike I also need as elemental. So yeah, I was thinking of these are my elemental weapon and shield. Maybe it's not ideal, you know, like maybe there are staffs that would be better. I don't really know. I'm just grabbing a couple of things that I know would work to get us off the ground. And I like the idea. Spirits, I get that Spirit's not really like, you know, it's not the best DPS stat, right? It's obviously more of a healer stat, but I feel like, you know, for starting weapon, starting shield, it would at least let us try the spec. See if we can figure out how to play it this time without going as soon as we start casting Chain Lightning, because that's what happened when we tried it in Scarlet Monastery. It's like I tried to spam a couple Chain Lightnings into some AoE groups and we went out of mana right away. And then later I saw other Shaman doing the same thing and they were not going out of mana, so I feel like maybe we get something eventually that lets us replenish or something like that. Have to assume. Mop whenever Blizz deems us worthy. Sometime this summer, TM.
Heretics! You will suffer for this interruption. Bask in his power. Rise as an agent of the Master's reign.
Oops, that was a mute, a big old mute. An alternate channel where I play Warcraft Rumble only. Oh my god. Oh my god, that sounds horrible. There's nothing good about that besides the name of the channel. That could be my PvP channel. I could do Overwatch on there. I could do PvP games on there. I could do Marvel Rivals.
Test my armaments upon! Feel the burn!
There we go. Robert Rumble's Gmail account has been officially created. Sorry. I had to snag that one really fast. Yeah, Robert Rumble's Gmail account now belongs to me, so that way if I want to do a PvP channel, I'm taking it. Yeah, it's mine now. I was worried some of you guys were going to go grab it really fast, since it's a great idea. So yeah, now I own the Robert Rumble's Gmail. It's mine. Yep, I'm gonna use it too. Yep, as soon as they make Heroes of the Storm 2, because we know they're working on that. We know that's a high priority for them. As soon as they put out Heroes of the Storm 2, we'll fire up the Robert Rumble's channel. And thank you. I'd love to have a reason to play like just a little bit of Overwatch and maybe some Marvel Rivals. I don't think I'm allowed to play League of Legends. I wish League of Legends weren't so like impenetrable, because I really had a lot of fun in Heroes of the Storm. I really liked the MOBA format. I am dead. Why am I dead? I don't know why I'm dead. Apparently it's just me out here. I gotta heal myself and take care of everything. I don't know why I died. Very confusing. I think I just died because the healer hates me. I missed a couple pulls, so he just forgot about me. Or with PvP with your buddy. I don't want to do more WoW stuff though. What the fuck? This guy just stopped. He just stopped healing me. I'm gonna vote kick this guy. No one's gonna help me vote. He just like stopped healing me. I was behind for a couple pulls and he gave up. He just forgot about me. Well, thanks for the res. Like, how about just a heal every once in a while? You can't move unless it's dispel. I don't know what dot we're talking about. So he's not dispelling me. It's not that he's not healing me. It's still the healer's fault, right? Like, it's still the healer's fault. He didn't dispel me fast enough. I've done this multiple times and have never had a problem. I have never died in here. We've ran this like 3 times today. So maybe he's just not doing his job, because I think I'm doing everything that I have to do. I'm doing everything I've done before. It was fine in the past. We're not pulling everything, we're just pulling these guys. Okay, that's weird. But sure, I guess with this healer I wouldn't want to pull everything either. We could probably like just not tank them in the lava though, like pull them out of the lava a little bit so I can get behind them would be great. No, let's just tank them in the lava. Screw it. Who cares? Who needs to get behind him to do anything? You wouldn't expect dispels in LFG? What about the last 3 times I did this when I got dispels just fine? Just because someone's in LFG doesn't mean they're a bad player, it just means they don't have a guild and none of their friends are on. That's all. Doesn't mean we can't expect them to do basic things. Because they seem to be doing it just fine in most cases. I just found the one guy that doesn't want to do it or doesn't know to do it, I guess. This is the offhand, we don't need that. Is this Molten Core? Yes. No, this is a 5-man dungeon called Blackrock Caverns. It's a Blackrock thing, so yeah, I could see why it would be reminiscent of Molten Core. It's Molten Core adjacent. I don't know what's going on here. I guess we were just waiting for them to come to us. A lot of weird stuff going on in this group. Well, obviously, if he had to choose between 2 people to dispel, he should have chose me. So even in that case, he still made a mistake. He chose to dispel the wrong person, obviously.
Raz, smash!
Alright. Like, this is a great trinket. I gotta try to get this for the off-spec. We're probably not gonna... We did win it. Yeah, I had to. It's a really good trinket. I just... Like, we need to have it for Elemental, so... I don't feel too bad. We will use it eventually, so I don't feel bad. I didn't really see if anybody else rolled on it or not. Guess I can check. Let's see. No, it looks like we were the only people to roll on it at all. It looks like everybody else just left the group without even tossing agreed. Is that how I'm to read that? Like, I only see my roll. Yeah, I don't... Nobody else rolled on it. Maybe they all passed. That's awesome. Alright, let's see. Into the fray we go. Into the maw. So here's a question I don't know the answer to. Is there a cap on my justice points? It doesn't look like there's a cap. It doesn't say 915 out of X. So I'm kind of hoping that that means it's not capped. Or at least, oh, it's capped at 4,000. But like, is it capped weekly or can I spend down and then get more? I guess that's what I'm really asking. Is there like a weekly cap where I can't progress anymore? Or did they get rid of that at some point? You can spend down. Okay, so there's no weekly cap. I'm not just going to be locked out of earning anymore. I can still earn more. If I spend down below the 4,000, we can earn back up to 4,000. It's just that I can't have 4,000 at any one time. Okay, good. We're not going to hit 4,000, I don't think, before we hit 85, but if we do, we'll go start buying our heirloom pieces for the Death Knight. Okay, yeah, you just can't earn it if it's capped. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I hated, like, at first they had it capped, and that sucked. Because then you can only grind so many heroics. Like, there's only so many heroics it's worth doing if you're capped. Leaving it uncapped, much better. You can do things like grind up all your heirloom bits. We need more smoldering cores. How many do we have? We have 2, we need 8, and then we have to break them at a forge. Yeah, Blizz, they reward the people that waited. Yeah, I think I only hit cap like one time anyway. I didn't keep playing a lot, you know? I didn't keep grinding those heroics on the warrior. CNET, congrats, man. You hit 80. That's awesome, dude. Welcome to 80. Welcome to the Cata content. Apparently this anvil is too large for us to use. I don't know. We must need a smaller anvil. Like this guy right here. Do we have professions? We have skinning. Skinning's at 450. Skinning will be ready to go into Mr. Pandaria. We're gonna do leatherworking once we hit max level. I have a bunch of mats shoved in the bank. And then whatever mats we don't have, we'll just buy the mats we need to level up the leatherworking. That way when we go into Mist of Pandaria, we'll have skinning and leatherworking ready. Let's destroy the last core right over here. Yeah, Leah, that's true. I used to think they were going to go back to the allied races and give them more options. When they added all the character customizations to like all the base races, the allied races really did get the short end of that stick. Because up until then, like the allied races had been like the best you could get. And then all of a sudden, everybody else had a ton of customizations. And they just don't really seem like they care about like retroactively adding a bunch. I tell you, sometimes I see rogues sometimes in these groups, and the amount of damage they're doing with just melee and blade fury is incredible. So often, like any kind of AoE, and they're just like, they seem to be like right at the top. I wonder what that would be like. Eventually we're gonna level every melee class, except we're probably not gonna do a rep pally. I don't have a desire to play a rep pally in Cataclysm. But eventually we'll do a rogue. We're gonna do a monk, obviously. We gotta do a monk as soon as we can. And then eventually we'll do a warrior. I'm not really excited about doing a warrior or a paladin. The warrior because I played one a lot already in Cata over on the US servers, and the paladin because I'm just, for some reason, I don't find the Cata Paladin really interesting. The Rogue's also 84. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm gonna play DK first. We're gonna do the DK will be the next one that we level up, and then we'll see how much we like that, and then we'll do a Rogue after that. So we'll get the plate heirlooms, and then we'll get the leather heirlooms.
Armies of the depths, wash over our enemies as the tide of death. Some nuts! You think us defeated so easily?
think for a remix, I'll probably do an enhancement shaman. That'll be a good time to revisit that. A little ways down the road.
Interrupt.
Take arms, minions! Rise from the icy depths! Destroy these intruders! Leave them for the great dark beyond!
The priest needed on that, so I'm gonna pass. If there hadn't been any rolls, I probably would have grabbed it for elemental. That is level 82. We got a decent chest piece here. I think we're the only mail wearer besides the hunter, so I'm going to take this for off spec. yeah, you dropped down on those meters, huh? Well, you're a fresh 80, man. Yeah, you're fresh 80, and you know, you don't have any gear yet. You gotta give it a while. You'll get back to the top, man. You'll climb your way back up there, piece by piece. One dungeon at a time. Journey before destination, my friend.
Fearless assistance, I assume. As I purify these waters, the servants of filth will surely be stirred. Beware. Greetings, guests. The waters are nearly cleansed. The beast has returned. It must not pollute my waters.
Phase 2.
Ah, their filthiness stains me. My waters are cleansed. Drink in their
Phase 3.
power. Behold the power of pure water.
Yeah, that would be an upgrade. 212 agility, 319 stamina. It's got crit, it's got haste. Let's give that a roll, and then some plate with intellect, spirit, and mastery. Very nice. And that was it for this one. Alright, I have to bio before we do anything else. You can go ahead and toss us in the queue, because I think we'll have a few minute wait. And then I'm gonna step away for a second. If you can do another one.
Greetings. Go forth to victory.
You need something? Safe travels. See you around. See you later.
Alright, I'll be right back. Does the dungeon finder teleport you to the dungeon? Yeah, it does. Sorry, I missed that one. Yeah, it absolutely does. Average wait time, 33 seconds. Okay. There was a named guy here. I think we just missed him. Yeah, it looks like somebody else just killed him like a moment ago. We'll have to hang out here and wait for a respawn. Typically the named guys come back pretty quickly. Is spamming dungeons to level viable? I mean, yeah, it is. It's viable. You probably go crazy after a while and burn yourself out. That's my experience. I like to kind of intersperse it a little bit. You know, have times when we do a bunch of dungeons and times where I do a bunch of questing, and then have times where we do a little bit of both. It helps to keep it varied. Especially if you're leveling without an XP buff, because it's still going to be like 50 or 60 hours to get the level cap. And so like dungeon grinding for 50 or 60 hours, it could get rough. But it's viable. Oh, this guy's immune to stuff. Okay, now we can hit him. That's good. If you want a dungeon grind and just like exclusively dungeon grind, it's worth it to be a tank or a healer. That way you get instantaneous Qs or like near instant Qs. Obviously we have a tank right now, but we're not getting instant Qs. But you'd get Qs to pop more often. As a DPS, you're looking at 9 or 10 minutes between Qs. Which for me, 9 or 10 minutes is a good amount of time to run around, do some questing, and then boom, your Q pops.
What can I do for you? See you around. Have a good one.
Slay Forge Master Perendus. I think I killed this guy already? Maybe I killed him before we had to kill him? Because yeah, we killed a snake, a fire snake dude. Pretty sure that was Perendus. Well, I guess we get to go kill him again. There he is. At least he accommodated us with a respawn. I appreciate him being a good sport.
Something? Safe travels.
Well, I mean, that would be nice, but we have the heirloom one. I'll grab it for transmog.
See you later.
But unfortunately, we don't need it.
Travels.
Return from the Firelands. Return to Ian Durin at the Shrine of Goldrin.
See you around.
Alright. We were in the Firelands, apparently. I thought they called it the Maw. They were calling it the Maw, now they're calling it the Firelands. I'm confused. Okay, let's go back and we will turn these in. Sabri, good evening to you. Welcome to the stream and thanks for being here today. I appreciate it.
Hey there. Have a good one. Safe travels. See you later. How are you? See you around.
How are you? See you later.
Speak with Lena Night Sky near the Grove of Asina in Hyjal.
Safe travels.
Another breadcrumb. Alright, it looks like we're just gonna head down the road. Let's just follow the natural flow of the questing here. And we'll take ourselves down the road. Should we vendor? We should probably vendor.
What can I do?
Yeah, we got some junk. We don't need this, so I'm gonna sell it. We have the transmog for it, so that's good. One-handed axe. This is probably a better offhand. Yeah, I think that's an offhand upgrade. It's not a huge upgrade, but it's a little bit of an upgrade. Well, I mean, yeah. I feel like it's good. Someone has declined the invite. How dare they? How dare they decline our invite?
For the Alliance.
What happened to the Paladin? I played retail for a little bit this morning, but I wanted to play Cata. I'm taking small bite-sized portions of retail. I don't want to play retail for like 5 or 6 hours. If I have 5 or 6 hours to play, I'd rather play a little bit of retail and spend most of my time in Classic. But nothing happened to them. They're okay. Yeah, they're not like hospitalized or anything. The Paladin's gonna be fine.
Hey, you have a great day now. Off and away. Pleased to meet you. Alrighty then.
Let's see. Apparently we had a quest here that we had completed. Let's take the helmet. That's like looks like a caster helmet. What is this?
Be seeing you.
Looks good. There we go. Now that we turned in the quest, we got rid of the stupid diver's helmet. And I think this is, yeah, that's going to be an upgrade for us. So we got a belt upgrade out of that one. Throw some dirt on it, he'll be fine. Exactly. He's going to be okay. Still mentally recovering from the Dragonflight dialogue. Yeah, exactly. I learned a very important thing with that little bit of Dragonflight we did, so it was worth it. And the thing I learned is, like, no matter what, I'm probably always going to enjoy questing in Classic more than I'm going to enjoy questing in Retail. And that was important. There's things in Retail that I'm going to really enjoy. It's all going to be 5-man content. Mythics, but you know, as far as questing and leveling, like I really only enjoy that in Classic.
Stand still, then I'll crack your skulls! Stand still, then I'll crack your skulls! Raz, smash!
This is a good ring, but we already have it, and it's a unique equip, so we cannot have 2 of them. You can burn on retail pretty quick. You really can. It's really crazy. And the thing is, like, a lot of times you can burn out on something without really acknowledging that you've burned out on it. And that's where it gets really, like, mentally and emotionally dangerous. Is when you are burning out on something, or you have burned out, and you don't even really know. You're not even in a frame of mind to acknowledge it. And sometimes with the retail, like, that's what happens to me. I'm just like, I'm burned out right away, and it's like sometimes I just try to like force through it, and the burnout just gets worse. Yeah, it's you gotta be careful. So that's what I did today. I was careful. I started with a good attitude, I had fun, and I stopped my gameplay session while I was still having fun. That was the important thing about retail for me playing it today, was I started with fun, I had fun in the middle, and then when I was ending, it was still fun, and we're ending on a good note. And that was why I decided to only play a little bit of retail today. And like anytime I play retail, it'll probably only be a little bit. Dragon's Bane says he's never recovered from BFA. Yeah, I hear ya. I had an okay time in BFA. If I had more time to actually play the game in BFA, I probably would have had a better time. We'll see how BFA Classic feels. Well, BFA Classic, like 4 years out, 5 years out. I mean, you laugh, but we're gonna be there by 2030. 2032 at the latest. They're definitely just gonna progress through all the expansions, you know what I mean? There's no way they don't. They're just gonna run through all the expansions. Up until the end of the World Soul Saga, because after the World Soul Saga we get WoW 2. WoW, A Realm Reborn. You're looking forward to WoD? If they add the patch that they cut, Classic WoD could be really good. If they add the Shatrath raid and the patch content with Urel, and if they make it so the story makes some kind of sense with that missing content put into the game, then yeah, like I'm all about WoD Classic if they want to add the missing patch. This is their opportunity to go back and fix it and do it right. And give us the Shatrath raid and the rest of the story with Urel. Because Urel was a great character. I mean, again, we don't need the helmet. Stat-wise, it's better than the heirlooms, but I mean, I really can't justify using it, can I? Because I need to have my bonus XP. I really can't justify using anything else. How fast does leveling take in Classic Cata? This character got to 80 in about 50 hours. And then it's probably going to be another 12 hours after that. So you could probably get a character to max in like 60 hours. If you're a fast player, you could probably get a character to cap in 50. If you're slow, it might take you 70. That's without an XP buff. That's without all my heirlooms. I have some heirlooms, but I don't have all of them. I would say anywhere from 50 to 70 hours, depending on the person and the class.
Raz, smash!
XP buff is, yeah, Joyous Journeys. They do it occasionally. There's speculation that they're going to do it soon. So if you're thinking about coming back to Cata to roll up a character for Mist, I would say like wait a couple weeks. See if they do a Joyous Journey, if you're someone who worries about leveling speed. Either way, it's a great time to get back into the game, but if you're worried about leveling speed and you just want your leveling journey to be over, then wait a couple weeks. and see if they drop a Joyous Journeys, because there's speculation out there on the interwebs that a JJ buff is incoming soon, TM. No, the internet says it's going to come before MOP pre-patch and run a little bit into MOP pre-patch. That's what people are saying. They said it's going to begin before the pre-patch, but then run into the pre-patch. So it might not be around for the full pre-patch, but it looks like it'll be there for at least part of it. And they probably really want to get people into week 1 or week 2 to level their pandas quickly. Yeah, Monk with JJ. Yep, it's gonna be a fun time. We'll see how it all shapes out pretty soon here. Kind of hoping we have time to at least get the Death Knight maxed out before they drop the pre-patch, because obviously as soon as they drop the pre-patch, we're gonna go level up a Monk. But I'd rather have leveled the Death Knight first, so I'm kind of hoping we have a little bit more time than people seem to think that we have. We should at least have all of June, I would hope. Should at least have all of June, even if the pre-patch drops sometime early in July. We should still have at least a full month to do whatever we want. My weapon buffs are not up. I mean, one of them is up, but they're not both up. It's just really bad. I need to get an add-on that's gonna like help me remember this, because I just can't seem to get it through my head. Let's see if anybody rolls on this this neck piece, and if nobody else needs it, we'll take it for off spec. Yeah, I'm gonna roll on it for off spec. I don't know if I have a neck or not, but I don't have a 308 neck. If you feel like the game is too easy, then you're not playing hard enough content. There's lots of challenging content in the game. If you feel like the game is too easy, do some heroic 20-man raids. There's hard content in the game, but not all the content is meant to be hard. When you're talking about leveling content in an MMO, like leveling content or old content in an MMORPG, it's not supposed to be challenging. The challenge happens when you're playing at curve, when new content is coming out, and you're on that cutting edge of new content. That's where the challenge is. If you want to play these kinds of games and you want them to be challenging, then you need to be doing group content. You need to be doing group content at endgame, and you need to make sure that you're in a position to do the content when it comes out, or at least soon after it comes out, so that your group mates and stuff aren't overgeared, thus making the content easier. But yeah, there's definitely there's really hard content in all versions of WoW. But it's specific content designed to be hard. It's not moment-to-moment gameplay while you're leveling up a low-level character. That's just not the point. Classic leveling wasn't tough. Classic leveling took a long time. There was nothing hard about being on a paladin, hitting judgment, and auto-attacking a mob. There was nothing hard about that at all. There were no effects to move out of. There was nothing to really think about. People confuse difficulty. Like, if you made some mistakes, maybe you pulled too many mobs, you're gonna die. But pulling too many mobs, like, that's not a difficulty thing, that's an awareness thing. Which is totally different. Yeah, WoW has never been hard to level up a character. It's just taken more time, and classes have been slower. I mean, I guess if you're not good at the game, then it's gonna be challenging. That's what you also have to take into account. Is like, if you're not good at it, then anything is going to be hard. Vanilla leveling just took a long time. Yeah, there's nothing challenging about hitting judgment and auto-attacking till a mob dies. There's nothing challenging about doing a sinister strike, hitting sweeping strikes, and standing there till a mob dies. You know, there's nothing challenging about charging in on a warrior and hitting it with a rend and hitting it till it dies. Like, it's not hard. You know, there were mistakes you could make that could make your life hard if you were not aware, but yeah, it was easy. It's always been easy. The difficulty was in the raids, staying alive in the raids and doing well in the raids. Doing well in the endgame 5-mans. Yeah, length doesn't mean harder. Yeah, just because something takes a long time doesn't mean it's harder. Just because fighting one mob in vanilla takes longer doesn't mean it's harder. It's just taking longer for you to kill it. That's not difficulty. And whether or not longer fights are more immersive to you is a different matter. A lot of people, I think they mean that like the longer fights immerse them a little bit more, they get more into the game, they can settle in a little bit more. But like combat being more immersive as opposed to more frenetic, that's not a difficulty thing either, that's a preference thing. You know, some people like that slower pace of combat, and some people like a more frenetic pace of combat, and some people like something in between the two. Again, that's not related to difficulty, it's related to someone's preferences in gameplay.
Raz, smash!
What the hell? Did that CNET? Why do you keep getting kicked from these groups, man? What's going on? This is the second time that I've just gone along with a kick, and it's been CNET that we've kicked. It happened in SOD, and now it's happened here in Cataclysm. What's going on? I mean, we're at the end boss. What's happening? Why in the hell did they kick you? I'm kidding. They clearly don't care. They see two people in the same guild and they clearly don't give a shit, you know? Dude, what is up with these people? Why are they kicking you at the last boss? I'm not gonna... What am I gonna get out of them if I ask them? What am I gonna get? At the end of the dungeon, I'm not gonna get any useful information out of them. You know what I mean? Yeah, I am gonna roll neat on this trinket though, so there's that. What is this one? I already have this, I think. Yeah, I do. Oh, he went offline. Oh shit, I didn't know. Maybe he lost internet because he hasn't responded in chat either. Maybe his internet finally gave out. I know sometimes he has some issues with connectivity, like very rarely, but it's happened before. Yeah, he's offline. I'm okay. It's fine. I just didn't notice. You can see how often I look over at the party menu when I'm DPSing. Not very often. Yeah, I'm assuming it just means that his internet took a crap. But yeah, that's actually perfect timing because guys, I am out of time for today. I am really hungry and I need to go eat dinner. It's been a really fun time. I was happy to play a little bit of retail this morning. Thank you for those who joined me for that. And thank you all of you for being here and hanging out with me while we play Cata. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream tomorrow or not. We don't have any sporting events for my son tomorrow because of the holiday weekend. So, and the weather here is cold and the weather here is gray. So I don't know like what events we have planned for the weekend, but if we don't have anything tomorrow and it works out, maybe I will do a short stream tomorrow and we can pick up right here where we're leaving off. If not tomorrow, then I will definitely see you guys on Monday for more leveling up right here in Cataclysm Classic. So yeah, thanks for being here. Have a good rest of your afternoon or evening time. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.